This is the Bitcoin chart that you are familiar with, but probably you are thinking about what it means 1, 2, 3 and all that letters. I would like to just make a quick description of Wyckoff method and who was Richard Wyckoff, and after that we go through the whole analysis of what happened in Bitcoin chart and what can be the next move, where can that move goes. Lived in turn of 19th and 20th century, and he was a pioneer when it comes to the technical side of the market study. It's considered to be one of precursors of the 5 technical analyses, together with Dow, Gunn, Elliott and Merrill, and implementation of his method make him a millionaire. His method is about finding the move which smart money does, so the big players who control the price movement, and he wanted to know when the large financial institutions are preparing before the next trends. Wyckoff noticed certain relationships that occur during these processes. Wyckoff lived in the time in which he could observe prominent investors like JP Morgan and Jesse Livermore. By the way, I recommend you biography of Jesse Livermore, it's great. And based on their observation and interviews with those big investors, Wyckoff wrote Livermore's best practices and other money management and mental discipline and techniques of the trade, and combining it all together, he created Wyckoff's method. I will go through the most important parts of that method. And this is Richard Wyckoff. Say hello. Okay, so this is the chart which will be crucial for our analysis today. This is the chart of Wyckoff accumulation pattern. This schema shows how big institutions and smart money prepare before the next move, the move up. So the trend which will change the previous trend and the sentiment of the market. I would like to just quickly introduce what it means. So let's say here we have quite huge downfall, and PS means preliminary support, so it's initial support, the first resistance which occurs after a large drop. It's the moment of really huge sells and let's say even panic sell. Here is the selling climax, decline in prices. It's at the high volume. Here we have automatic rally. So it's up, it's on the low volume. Here is the secondary test. It's followed to check the strength of demand and supply, usually accompanied by a small price range and low volume also. There may be several ST so appear, and it can even be lower than the selling climax. And here we're going to the next phase. So prices at SOS, so sign of strength, in return to the vicinity target range. So we see here 1, 2, and let's say this is the last point of support, really the last one. Prices going back to target range. U is a backup, so the return, just the return of price and name of last point of support in the strength. Sign of strength is when the price begin to rise and it knocked the price range with the high volume. here we should observe really high volume. The buyers show their strength. Okay, as you can see that this chart is almost similar to the previous one, which I showed you. Let's say here we have preliminary support. So after a huge acceleration of price drops, we have high volume. Look, compared to the previous ones, is the highest volume from, let's say, even a couple of months. After that we have selling climax, and here you see that the price action starts the same as here. Price action starts, the volume is still quite high, but it's lower than here, than the preliminary support. This means that sellers lose their momentum. After that we have rally, automatic rally, and as you can see the volume is not so big. It's not so big, and on the even lower volume we have secondary test, and once again secondary test. You see that phase 2 have decreasing volume, and what changed in phase 3? We see the upward move with the increasing volume. It means that buyers start their move. The money showed up, and after that another fourth phase in which volume is rather low. It's rather low, and here we have last point of support. It looks like sellers don't have enough strength to push prices lower. It's very important moment. And you see that volume increases during the upward move. This is very important. Because it shows up interest of smart money on moving the prices up. After that we have another last point of support, and the price is moving slowly upward, and the volume is decreasing. That means that here there is absolutely no power of sellers. Even on the low volume the price can go up. And the final thing is this one, this candle. It's sign of strength, and you see the volume is really big. That means that the accumulation phase finished. And what can the question is what can happen now? Many of us expecting that, okay, after we go up we probably go down to around 4,400, maybe lower, and then we're gonna bounce back to around 6k. But as you can see, there can be something different. Will not be another move, backward move. Maybe we go straight to the 6k, around 6k, and after that we may go back to the area of 4,000, maybe 5,000. We just have to observe the volume. and I think that we have to move to the lower time frame for that. Here we can only anticipate where the price will go. As you can see here, let's say here, the shadow of that candle is really big. Someone buy a lot here. There is huge probability that we bounce back from around 4k 800 900 to the 6k. Just remember that we can observe the volume, we can observe the price action, I will also create some videos to get you familiar with Wyckoff's patterns, Wyckoff schema, to help you with anticipating the price of the Bitcoin. So please subscribe, leave a comment which type of video you would like to see. I will also provide some playlist with price action. We'll see in the next video. See ya.